morning and welcome to Focus on Liberia as we come live to you from the Monrovia City Court where former Speaker Koffa we are seeing over Yeke Koluba wearing a t-shirt Waka cannot succeed. I don't know where he take this t-shirt from. Koluba, good morning, welcome. Why are you wearing Waka cannot succeed t-shirt?
Waka will not succeed. Waka has decided to become an embarrassment. You see my bag?
Waka government cannot succeed.
Waka government cannot succeed because they will not succeed. If you have an irresponsible 85-year-old man that will make president of this country, that carrying the country the way he feel like. Look at the evidence they say they got here. You know, it reminds me of the time, you know, I was dealing with Craig Mazako and Eddie Kroma. They grabbed me and put me in jail. They say I'm unrobbed. When we went to the voting when pressing component, they asked them where's the evidence, the man bought 40,000 black. Now the same thing here. Look, the Liberia people know that recording that you heard when they say Honorable DB were calling me. I will explain to the Liberia people today who gave the police that recording. I will explain to the Liberia.
What's a mission to the court?
Yeah, the police are here. They play Dana Joseph Walker horse. They play the court. When you get issues, you come here to have it resolved. This is not Joseph Walker's property. Say he has become an embarrassment or irresponsible embarrassment.
Reliable sources.
People say they were silent. Like Joseph Walker, they were silent. That one already silent because he late night to the house, he can't come to the mansion.
He didn't silent this time.
Walker cannot succeed. Walker would never succeed.
Reliable sources have informed us.
Do you want this government to feel?
Look, you see my t-shirt? Slow sell it. And they after him. We are wearing it.
Do you want this government to feel?
The government already feel. You doing business. You need to keep profit. You make $5 info that like the business will succeed.
You been selling recent times, sir?
Because I was not here. I was not here. When I'm not here, the people don't know I'm not here. I'm here now. I came last.
Reliable sources have informed us that you're about to take the House of Representatives to court involving committees that have been set up.
My man, the process will continue. What's the process and see? What's the process and see?
When you say watch the process and see, what do you mean? Do you think this case will be trash?
People in myself had the discussion. Then you go take my voice on it and go carry the recording. I will tell the people today who put that recording out in my press conference. I will tell.
Do you think this case will be trash?
I will follow the discussion. I met the people and I will tell the people where the discussion started from and where we went.
Being part of the recording, what do you think the police did not invite you?
No case inside. You say you got actor. The Joseph Walker know the definition of actor. Have you done research to know who is actor? If I go, look, bossman, listen to me, man. After I will speak to the people, don't be a responder to Joseph Walker.
I'll take it back. He's speaking to a journalist, please.
Okay, I'll take it back, but I'll give it to Joseph Walker. Look, let me tell you something. I will tell the Lebron today what I want to say, and the Lebron will get me.
Listen. You listen to Representative Koluba speaking. That John, a court correspondent, Good correspondent,
talking about Edwards and other folks who were allegedly involved in the breaking of this capital building. Similar firms will also be forwarded against this phone because they facilitated. And so, where are the evidence to prove that these people are part of the case? So, there were recordings played, right? Recordings and text messages were also forwarded to the court as evidence to prove that these guys were linked to the burning of this capital building. So on yesterday, witnesses came to testify. These witnesses were from the Liberia National Police Investigation, the CID department, or the Crime Services Division, the CSD department. So they came and they testified, but they did the investigation on the level of the Liberia National Police, and they all gathered this evidence and forwarded it to court. So in some of their testimony, they said, yes, the recordings were were taken from social media. You know, social media, people may misquote. But I think prosecution is trying to play some smart game in order to not be specific as to which portion of this social media. Social media could be Facebook, social media could be WhatsApp, social media could be Instagram, whatsoever you may want to get a conversation from between two parties. So they were not specific to what said as to where they actually got the text messages or the voice recording from. So the only open itself for open source, which is social media. So that has been the defense counsel claim that for the fact that the defense counsel, the prosecution failed to specifically identify the real source of the evidence, the pieces of evidence, the level of the case should be dismissed. So it was a motion filed this morning by the defense counsel, the lawyer, Wilkins Wright, and Senator Massacre, and they filed this motion or application requesting the court to deny this case on grounds that there is no probable cause, because this court, criminal code, civil code is a code where determines probable cause into the matter before it's forwarded to court aid for indictment and ongoing prosecution. So, based upon that, their request was for the fact that there is no probable cause, the Criminal Procedure Law, Section 25.5, Section 25.6, Section 25.7, it talks about probable cause, burden of proof, and whatever. So, because there is no burden of proof did not lie, or no probable cause that was indicated based on the lack of source provided, the case should be dismissed. And that's how prosecution came in.
You just go back to those sections that you are just putting.
Yeah, I said that section 25.5, section 25.6, section 25.7, section 25.8, right? Talks about burden of proof, talks about probable cause, and as to how the case can get its ingredients to be rendered judgment. So that there were their reliance on those sections from the criminal procedure law. So the prosecution also came in and said the same section from the criminal procedure law also talked about section 25.5, section 25. Section 25.3b also talks about if evidence also talks about recording through documentation, and whatever evidence that will be provided at that point can be considered as an evidence. So for the fact that recording was provided, and for the fact that documentation, text messages were provided, it means that there is a probable cause. Yeah, burden of proof lies. So definitely the case can be considered. That's how in our motion in favor of the prosecution. So it was granted. So meaning the motion for suppressing of evidence or dismissing the case was denied. So another section of the case was called as to whether the case, because the case is expected to be end at the level of the Moravia Session Court and be forwarded to criminal court A. So there was an argument granted between the both parties to argue as to whether it was necessary that the case be forwarded to court A for onward prosecution or onward indictment. And then the both parties argue, still defense counsel is still focusing on the criminal procedure law section 25.5, section 25.6, that there is no probable cause or there are no evidence to prove that these people were linked into the burning of the capital good. And that's how the rebuttal prosecution came in and provided the same information, and the judge was able to reserve ruling until tomorrow when he will be able to rule. So based on the ruling on tomorrow, it will determine that the case will be forwarded to court A for other, for indictment by the grand jurors, and onward forwarded to criminal court A for onward trial.
So you are saying based on tomorrow, the case might be forwarded to criminal court A or be dismissed?
Yes, it will be dismissed. So it leave with any of the parties to either take an appeal to court A based on the same issue, right? Because it is the right of a party to take an appeal based on the judge's decision tomorrow. The party will either take an appeal to court A. If court A also rule on similar matter, they will also take an appeal to Supreme Court. If Supreme Court rule, then definitely based on the ruling from Supreme Court, whether they deny or accept, the case will end here or onward be forwarded.
With this argument as an independent reporters, what do you think about this entire case?
I think the decision lies in. I'm not a legal practitioner.
So you saw the four lawmakers in person. Were they in person?
They were present yesterday. Today we saw two. But I mean, it doesn't really. It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Right? The fire is. Maybe they might have some engagement. It's being run through their legal team. It's the legal team that take control of me right now.
Okay. Thanks, Stevens. Thanks so much for the
That
updates.
was the force of Stephen Robert providing updates from today ruling at the city court here in Monrovia, where former Speaker Koffa, along with 4 other lawmakers, are facing trial in multiple charges, ranking the criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, attempted murder, arson in the December 18, 2024 Capitol building arson attack. I'm Sir Augustine Mario Jr. You're watching Focus on Liberia. Thanks for joining us, and we ask that you keep on sharing. Earlier on, listen to the voice of Honorable Yeke Wild Coloba, representing of District Number 10, Massachusetts County. He is expected to speak to the press by 4 p.m. Keep posted as we bring you live update.